Welcome to a short but delicious little yoga practice filmed here at my home in Maui, Hawaii, made with aloha for you. We're going to start our practice in Virasana with the knees apart, the big toes touching, pulling the buttock bones back and out to the side, and now coming forward to Yoga Mudrasana with the arms stretched. Notice how my fingertips are on the floor but the palms are lifted. This allows me to have more sensation in the arms, to really lift the forearms up off the floor and to squeeze the elbow joints to integrate them. Keep rolling the eyes of the elbows up to the sky so the arm is spiraling and the shoulders are becoming broad. And keep walking the fingertips forward, not being content with where they first land, but finding that stretch, and through the stretch of the arms, finding the stretch of the waists. Use the exhalation to release the groins, the buttocks, the hips. And keep the sides of the neck aligned and the face passive, soft. Observe with the breath, through the breath, where the body is feeling itself and where the body may feel stuck. Now bring the palms to the floor and press firmly into the heels of the hands. Stretch the fingers and keeping that integration of the arms. Keep rolling the eyes of the elbows up to the sky, the shoulders getting broader and the trapezius muscles moving down the back, flowing away from the ears. Have a soft, smooth and even breath. And then inhaling and looking up. Coming onto your hands and knees, and now crossing your left knee behind your right. Come and sit between your feet on the floor or on a blanket or on a block if it's too hard to reach the floor. Yoga Mudrasana in Gomukhasana 3. Roll the shoulders back, stretch the chest, lift the front chest, stretch the front spine, and then exhale and come forward to Yoga Mudrasana. Again, fingertips on the floor, palms lifted, the joints firm, the arms straight, the inner elbows rolling up to the sky and the shoulders broad. Keep moving the trapezius muscles down the back, not letting the neck hunch and the cervical spine become short or retract in any way. And send each exhalation into the hips to release, to broaden. Soften the throat, soften the tongue. Try to find more and more length along the front spine by walking the fingertips forward, walking the hands forward, and keeping the sensation of the trunk lengthening. And then inhaling back up. And coming back onto your hands and knees, uncrossing and changing sides. So now the right knee is going to go behind the left knee. Widen your feet apart and sit on the floor, on a block, blanket, whatever you need for support. Take the time to lengthen the front spine first before exhaling and coming forward to Yoga Mudrasana on this side. Fingertips alert, pressing down into the floor. Sucking that earth energy up through the palms of the hands and drawing it up the arms, rolling the inner eyes of the elbows to the sky and feeling the broadness of the shoulders. And with the exhalation, moving the trapezius muscles and the musculature of the back down the back. Keep relaxing the abdomen, the throat, the face. Walking the fingertips forward to stretch the trunk and exhaling into the hips, into the groins, into the buttocks to broaden that area, to soften the tightness. Even and smooth breaths. And then inhaling back up. Coming back onto your hands and knees, uncrossing the legs. You can feel the difference in the hips now, the lower back. Coming now to downward dog, Adho Mukha SVANASANA. So spread your fingers well apart from each other, line the feet up with the hands, keeping the knees bent. Push yourself back to downward dog. And then begin to straighten the legs, but keep the heels lifted high up off the floor so the lower buttock bones can lift higher and higher to the sky. Making a triangular shape with the body and trying to lift the top of the triangle, always lifting it up so the full spine is extended. Lift the fingertips off the floor so you're pressing into the heels of the hands. Keep the shoulders broad, stretch the arms and stretch the legs, and push the front thighs back to broaden more the backs of the thighs, the backs of the knees. Push the shins back to broaden the calves. And now step the right leg forward to a nice wide lunge, resting the back thigh on the floor, and turn and twist to your right. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest, and now bending the back leg, reach with your right arm, kneeling Ekaparabhikasana. Drawing that foot towards you, feeling the front of the thigh stretching, keep trying to push the buttocks down, the tailbone down, as you roll the shoulders back and stretch the front spine. And then exhaling and releasing, staying with those legs. You're now going to squat on the back leg, on the left leg. The front leg is straight, and reach with your left hand for the outside edge of that right foot. turning and twisting so the groins are opening, the spine is stretching. Keep drawing the right femur bone into the hip socket. And then exhaling and releasing, coming back to the front of the mat and stepping back from here to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs, find that vibrancy, push the front thighs back, lift the buttocks to the sky. Lift the fingertips, lift the toes off the floor so you're really pressing into the heels of the hands and you're pushing the leg energy back, not relying on the toes but being in the foot. And now step the left leg forward to a nice wide lunge, resting the back thigh, the right thigh on the floor and turning and twisting to your left. Keep pressing the buttocks down, feeling the groin opening, rolling the shoulders back so there's openness in the chest. And then bending the back leg and reaching with your left arm for the outside edge of the foot, kneeling Ekaparapikasan. As you draw the foot towards you, keep pressing the tailbone down, the buttocks down, linking the stretching of the front thigh up the front abdomen, chest open. And then exhaling, releasing. Staying with the same legs now, move across so the right leg becomes the crouching leg, the left leg is extended. And now reach with your right hand for the outside edge of that left foot. Turning, twisting, see if you can have your right foot flat on the floor. Keep moving the trapezius muscles away from the ears as you turn and twist and rotate the right abdomen to the left. And then releasing, coming back to the front of your mats and stepping back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, lift the fingertips up, press into the heels of the hands. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs, stretch your trunk, stretch your waists. Lift the buttock bones higher and higher to the sky. Push the front thighs back. And now step the right leg forward, finding UTTANASANA with the fingertips on the floor. Make sure the feet really are far apart from each other so there's length, and walk the fingertips forward so the arms are straight. And through the straightness of the arms, find more length in the trunk, releasing the congestion of the side ribs, of the side waist, making more length in the front spine, and pressing the back ribs in to open the chest. Keep squeezing the knees and the thighs up, the roots of the thighs firm. And now release and change sides. Left leg forward, right leg back, UTTANASANA. Rolling the back thigh in, drawing the quadricep muscles up the legs, walking the fingertips forward. Try to stretch more and more the armpit, chest, the waist. Keep the legs firm, the roots of the thighs sucking up into the hips, and press the back ribs in, opening the chest to the front thighs more and more. Keep walking the fingertips forward, trapezius muscles away from the ears. And then step the right leg forward. Both feet are now the width of the mat. Hanging Uttanasana. Tuck the head right in. Lift the inner arches of the feet. Lift the inner ankles of the feet. Squeeze the kneecaps up the thighs. Squeeze the quadricep muscles up the length of the entire thigh bone until you feel the femur bone being sucked into the hip sockets. Have that penetration. Pull with your fingertips on the skin of the elbows to lengthen the trunk, to pull yourselves down, and press the back ribs in, coming closer and closer to the legs, keeping that charge in the legs. Relax the face completely. And then inhaling up, changing the cross of the arms. Make sure your feet are really parallel. Tuck the head right in so the upper arms are coming back behind the ears. Press into the four wheels of each feet. Lift the inner arches of the feet, the inner ankles. Lift the inner knees up to the inner groins and suck the roots of the thighs into the hips. Keep pulling with your fingertips, pulling down, stretching the sides of the waists, becoming longer. And then gently releasing, fingertips to the floor. Bring the feet together, the inner feet completely touching, inner toes, inner ankles. And now put the hands on the shins, press down, stretch the arms straight, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the legs very firm, the roots of the thighs firm, and try to find more length in the front spine, from the pubic bone to the navel to the sternum to the collarbones. And now bending your knees, press your palms together, and turn and twist to the right, Parivrita Utkatasana. Keep the inner feet touching, the inner knees touching. The tricep of the left arm is pressing against the outside edge of your right thigh. Press the palms firmly to twist more, roll the shoulders back. And then exhaling and releasing. Press again the hands against the shin. Roll the shoulders back. Try to stretch more and more the front spine. Keep the roots of the thighs firm, stretching more and more, from the pubic bone to the navel to the sternum. And now bending the legs again, palms together. Turn and twist now, Parivrita Utkatasana. The outside edge of the right tricep is pressing against the outside edge of the left thigh. Palms pressing firmly, twisting, turning. Inner feet touching, inner knees touching. Roll the right abdomen to the left. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest to the sky. And then exhale, release hands back to the shin. Redraw the kneecaps up the legs. The thigh muscles up firmly. Keep stretching the front spine, trying to arch the back to push the sternum forward. Shoulders broad. And then gently coming up and finding Tadasana. The clavicles are long, roll the shoulders back, have a deep inhalation, a deep exhalation. Find that centrality, that neutrality. Relax the throat, the face. And now using a wall, coming to standing Padikasana, placing the right hand on the wall, so the right side of the body is facing the wall, and bringing the left hand to the wall. Push and stretch more and more the left plank. Keep the legs charged, the tailbone moving forward, and roll your right abdomen to the left as you turn, as you twist, the right shoulder blade forward, the left shoulder blade back. And then coming up, refinding Tadasana. And now standing Padikasana on the other side, so the left side of the body is facing the wall, hands to the wall. And now bring the right arm up and over to find the wall also. Begin to turn, begin to twist, tailbone forward, legs charged. The left shoulder blade moving forward, the right shoulder blade moving back. Stretching the entire right flank of the body more and more. Feel that deliciousness, the freeing of the waist, the freeing of the trunk. And then inhale up and releasing. Coming now to a twisting pose using a block and a wall. So take the block and place the block like this, about arm's distance away from the wall. And now come and sit on your block. We're going to be coming to Madhyachasana 3. And using the block allows the organs, the spaciousness of the front trunk to be more experienced. So bend your right knee and extend your left leg out to the side. I'm doing the mirror image of you. And now turn and twist to your right, fingertips on the wall. Then stretch the left arm up to the sky, stretching the waist. And then exhale, turn and twist and bring the tricep of the left arm to the outside edge of that right thigh. Press the leg and the arm firmly together. They must rub together to help you to turn and twist. And keep walking the fingertips on the wall further and further back, increasing the twistingness. Keep the left leg firm, the heel pressing down, the root of the thigh pressing down. And roll your left abdomen to your right over and over again with each exhalation. Shoulders back, sternum lifting to the sky, throat passive and face relaxed. And now exhaling and releasing, changing sides. Bending now your left knee and extending your right leg out to the side. Turning and twisting to your left, left fingertips to the wall, lift the right arm up to stretch the trunk, and exhale, turn and twist. Find the arm against the leg pushing back against the arm to help you to twist more. The right heel is firm on the floor, the root of the right thigh is pressing down. Keep rolling the shoulders back and try to walk the left hand back on the wall. Find that abdominal rotation from the right to the left, each exhalation rolling from the right to the left, sternum lifting, back ribs pressing in. And then exhale and release. So coming one more time to the other side, this time a slight change in the legs. The right knee is bent, the left leg is straight in front of you this time. Turning, twisting to the right. The left arm is rubbing against the outside edge of your right thigh. Make sure that right hand on the wall is walking back. Roll the front shoulders back, lengthen the clavicles. Keep the left heel alert on the floor. With each inhalation, lengthen the front spine. With each exhalation, roll and twist the left abdomen to the right, the left lung to the right. Shoulders back, sternum pressing forward. And then exhaling and releasing, changing sides. The left knee is bent, the right leg is extended straight in front of you, turning and twisting to the left. Left fingertips on the wall. And with the right tricep, find the outside edge of that left knee. Begin to press, to rub the thigh and the arm against each other. Walking the left hand back on the wall more and more. Use the inhalation to lengthen the front spine. Use the exhalation to turn, to twist, to rotate. Lengthen your clavicles. Roll the shoulders back. Each inhalation lengthening, each exhalation rolling. Now keep the face soft, the front throat soft. And then exhale and release. So our organs have now had a good cleanse, a good squeeze. The spine has some more flexibility. Coming onto your mat, we're going to come to a half SUPTA Virasana. So stretching open the front thigh a little bit more. So you're going to sit on your block and bring your left leg to Virasana, making sure to clear the calf from behind the knee. So keep the knee, the back of the knee spacious. And now you're going to go ahead and begin the descent, lying down. As you come down onto your forearms first, make sure your buttocks are lifted and you move the buttocks towards the knees so the lumbar retains length. See if you can arch back, roll the shoulders back, feeling that openness of the chest. And if the body allows, come down all the way, otherwise stay on the forearms. Keep the left knee facing forward. You'll feel the front of the thigh stretching. Keep trying to push the buttocks towards the knees and up to the sky. Over and over again, move the tailbone up to the pubic bone and draw the pubic bone up to the belly button, up to the sternum, up to the collarbone, so you're creating length in the front body, rolling the shoulders back and pressing the shoulder blades in to help open the chest more and more. In all of this, a smooth, even breath, a softness to the face. And now coming back up, step by step, until you're seated all the way up and you can change legs. Sitting on the block, bring the right leg now to Virasana, making sure to clear the calf from behind the knee. The left foot is facing forward. And we begin the descent, moving the buttocks towards the knees, towards the feet, coming onto the forearms first, allowing ourselves that openness of the front spine, the front chest. Feel the sensations, roll the shoulders back, see if the body will let you come down all the way. If so, do so. Move the buttocks towards the knees again. Roll the shoulders back, trapezius muscles moving down the back. Have evenness on both sides of the neck, softness in the face. Keep trying to press the tailbone up to the pubic bone and draw the pubic bone up to the navel up to the sternum to the collarbones. Feeling like long, delicious length of the front body opening, expanding. As the front thigh is stretching, draw that stretch up the front hip flexor, linking it to the opening of the front spine. And now slowly, gently coming up halfway, and then all the way. And releasing the leg, moving the block, and coming to sit on your mat in Baddha Konasana. Taking hold of the big toes with the first two fingers of your hands, lengthen the clavicles, roll the shoulders back. Try to find that length in the front spine and a perpendicularity in the pubic bone. Keeping the perpendicularity of the pubic bone, begin to walk the fingertips forward to Yoga Mudrasana. Don't let the pubic bone drop forward. Make sure it stays perpendicular to the floor. Stretch the arms beyond the fingertips. Roll the eyes of the elbows up to the sky, broaden the shoulders. Keep walking the fingertips forward. As you stretch the arms, feel the stretch of the waist. Keep the sides of the neck even, and now bring the hands down onto the floor. Spread the palms, spread the fingers. Keep the vibrancy of the arms, the spiralness of the arms, the stretching of the left waist, of the right waist, and the length in the front abdomen, the length in the front sternum. Pressing the back ribs in to keep the front body open, so we don't lose any of that length that we found in the last pose. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Relax the hips, broaden the lower back. Release and rest into the groins. And then inhaling, looking up. And gently coming up, releasing our Baddha Konasanas. And bringing the legs straight in front of us. Rolling the thighs in, pulling the buttock bones back and out to the side. Kneecaps facing the sky. Coming down to lie down, move the buttocks towards the heels, keep the charge of the legs. Lying straight down on your mat, hold with your hands the edges of your mat to help centralize and neutralize the body. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the legs charged, the inner heels touching, the inner ankles touching. Now bend your right leg and reach with the first two fingers of your right hand for your right big toe. SUPTA Padangusthasana 1. Keep both of your legs very straight, the backs of the knees broad, the backs of the thighs broad, the feet alert. Sharpen the ankles. Keep the left heel pressing down into the floor, the right leg coming closer and closer to you. Push the quadricep muscle of the right leg away from you to broaden the back of the leg. And now bring the leg down to lateral SUPTA Padangusthasana, drawing the leg towards you and out to the side, to the right. Roll the right abdomen to the left and stretch the left arm out to the side. Keep the back of the left leg broad, the left heel pressing down, the front of the left thigh pressing down to broaden the back of the left thigh. Find the outside edge of your right femur bone and squeeze it in to open the groin. And now bring the right leg back up. And exhale and release. Refine SUPTA TADASANA with your legs. Take with your hands the edges of the mat, move the buttocks towards the heels again. Roll the shoulders back, make sure you're even before changing sides. Left leg lifting now, holding the big toes with the first two fingers of your left hand. SUPTA Padangusthasana 1. Charge the legs. Push the front thigh of the left leg away from you to make the back of the left leg broader. Press the right heel to the floor. Keep the feet alert, the shoulders rolled back, the front abdomen long, the front spine long. Draw the left leg closer and closer. Keep the broadness of the backs of the knees, the broadness of the backs of the thighs, the face soft. And now coming to lateral SUPTA Parangushtasana, bringing the left leg to the side. Roll the left waist to the right. Stretch your right arm out to the side. Keep the back of the right heel very alert, the back of the right thigh broad and long, pressing the front of the right thigh down. Find the outside edge of your left thigh, the outside edge of the left femur bone, and suck it into the leg. Feel the groin open more deeply. Roll the shoulders back. Press the back ribs in. Have softness in the throat, softness in the face, but alertness everywhere in the body. And then bringing the left leg back up and gently releasing and refinding SUPTA TADASANA with your legs. Roll the shoulders back, palms open to the sky. And now bending the knees. Bring the feet off the floor, interlock the fingers around the fronts of the shins. Dvipara Supta Bhavana Muktasana. Roll the shoulders back over and over again, the front shoulder girdle moving back, the trapezius muscles moving down the back. Keep the inner feet aligned, the inner knees aligned. Keep trying to deepen the groin of the front thighs as it enters into the hips, softening the abdomen, keeping the spine long, the tailbone on the floor, the sides of the waist long. And now, releasing the legs, go ahead and cross your right knee over your left, and again take hold of your ankles, your shins, opening the hips, drawing the legs towards you. Exhale into the hips, into the groins. And then releasing and changing sides, crossing the left knee over the right, drawing the shins towards you, rolling the shoulders back, sides of the neck even, feel the hips opening, soften the abdomen, soften the face. And then exhale and release, uncross the legs, and bring the feet to the floor. Now stretch the left leg straight, bend the right knee towards you, Ekapara Supta Bhavana Muktasana. Make sure the left thigh is rolling in, the left heel pressing down. Now bring your right knee closer and closer to the right side of the body, deepening the feeling of the groin, opening the front thigh, linking into the front hip. Roll the shoulders back. Feel that depth. Keep the left leg charged, the left heel pressing down. And then exhale and release to change sides, stretching the right leg and bringing the left knee towards you, finding first Ekapara Supta Bhavana Muktasana. Keep rolling the right thigh in, pressing the right heel down. Feel the front thigh deepening into the front hip of the left bent leg. And now begin to bring that left bent leg a little bit more to the left side of the body. Keep the shoulders rolled back. Feel the groin deepening, opening. Keep the right leg charged, the right heel pressing down, the kneecap facing the sky. Relax and broaden the abdomen. And then exhale and release. And now extend the arms out to the side, so the hands are in line with the shoulders. Bring the feet off the floor. Jatara Parivartanasana to the right hand side, twisting. Bring the knees up as high as you can towards the right elbow, and turn and twist and stretch towards your left. Pressing into the backs of the hands to help you to twist and turn more. Roll the right abdomen to the left, the right lung to the left. Press the back ribs in to open the chest, to peel the chest open. Keep the face quiet, the jaw quiet, the tongue passive, descending into the throat. And then bringing the legs back up. And now coming and turning and twisting to your left, bringing the knees down to the left. Keep the inner feet aligned, the inner knees aligned as you roll away from the legs towards the right side. Press into the backs of the hands. Turn and twist, lengthen your clavicles, trapezius muscles down the back. With an exhalation, roll the left abdomen to the right, the left lung to the right. Press the back ribs in, feel the chest opening more and more to the sky. The face soft, the breath even, and the tongue passive, resting. And now bringing the legs back up, and exhale and release the feet to the floor. And now we're coming to our last and final pose, Shavasana. So stretching the legs out so the heels are in line with the corners of the mat, making sure you're lying right on the back of the skull, rolling the shoulders back and extending the arms out to the side. Close the eyes and slowly, gently finding quietness, softness. Allow yourselves to release, to relax completely with gravity into the floor. The inner knees rolling to the outer knees, the inner ankles rolling to the outer ankles. All of the limbs quiet, passive, relaxed. The shoulders heavy. The face soft. the eyes receding into the back skull. Stay here for as long as you can, as long as is needed. Namaste. I hope we practice again together soon. Goodbye.